Hey, listen to this. Donald Trump is the candidate on illegal immigration, right? He has said countless times that it is only because of him that anybody in the Republican Party and now the presidential race is talking about illegal immigration. He's going to build the wall. He's going to make Mexico pay for it. He's going to ban Muslims from countries with ties to terrorism from coming to the U.S. until we can, quote, figure out what the hell is going on, because he won't tolerate or abet illegal immigration. However, that's obviously nonsense. The Muslim ban would be unconstitutional. The wall would be outrageously expensive and not even that useful, and there is no way that Mexico is paying for it. It is widely known that Trump himself has worked with contractors in the buildings that he builds that employ undocumented immigrants. We knew all that, but now, this is amazing. It is increasingly apparent that Donald Trump's wife, Melania Trump, has not been completely upfront in the story of her immigration to the United States from her birth country of Slovenia. Can you imagine if the anti-illegal immigration candidate is married to a woman who was working in the United States illegally? It appears that that is the case. Let's talk it through. Melania Trump has long claimed that she first came to the U.S. in '96 and that she followed the rules. Here is a quote from what she said to Bazaar earlier this year. "You follow the rules. You follow the law. Every few months, you need to fly back to Europe and stamp your visa. After a few visas, I applied for a green card and got it in 2001. Pretty innocuous, right? Well, not really. Politico noticed that the nude photos of her that were recently reprinted on the cover of the New York Post are from 1995 and appear to have been taken in the United States. Both facts, neither of which has been refuted. Why does this matter? Well, Melania Trump, in describing reapplying for her visa by leaving the country and coming back every few months, is implying that you are not on an H-1B working visa, because an H-1B working visa lasts 3 years and can be renewed within the United States. You don't have to leave to reapply to renew your H-1B working visa. That's the visa that would allow her to work in the United States. What Melania Trump has described, this leaving, reapplying, and coming back, would be if she had a B1 temporary business visitor visa or a B2 tourist visa. What's important about those visas, Lewis? Neither allow the visa holder to work in the U.S. If Melania Trump worked in the United States while in the country on either the business visitor or tourist visa, that means that she was illegally working in the U.S., effectively an illegal immigrant. Now, she responded by saying the following. This is from Twitter. "In recent days, there has been a lot of inaccurate reporting and misinformation concerning my immigration status as far back as 1996, back in 1996. Let me set the record straight. I have at all times been in full compliance with the immigration laws of this country, period. Any allegation to the contrary is untrue. In July of 2006, I proudly became a U.S. citizen. Over the past 20 years, I have been fortunate to live, work, and raise a family in this great nation, and I share my husband's love for our country." Unfortunately, this is not an explanation, Lewis, of why she would be leaving the country, reapplying, and coming back while working in the U.S., because that would mean she was working without authorization. That is an action of illegal immigration status, period. And she still has not explained that.
Well, it doesn't really matter if you are working illegally or here illegally if you're an attractive Slovenian woman. It only matters if you're Mexican or Muslim.
So there has been more to the story. An immigration attorney who worked for the Trump organization told Univision that Melania Trump obtained a green card based on marriage in 2001. There is one potential problem with that. That was 4 years before she married Donald Trump. Well, maybe she was married to somebody else in the United States, right? That would explain it. Well, she told Larry King in 2005 she was never married before meeting Donald Trump. Not to mention, this entire conversation is about 2001 forward, and the time in question is 1995 and 1996. If Donald Trump wanted President Obama's birth certificate, way more documentation is in order here, because we have some actual questions about the immigration status of Donald Trump's wife. Donald Trump, of course, the anti-illegal immigration candidate.
Yeah. Well, Donald Trump is already doing a great job destroying himself. This probably won't add too much fuel to the fire.
The Democratic coalition against Trump has filed a Freedom of Information Act request for some of these documents. We will see what we find out.